This... I knew this was too familiar. Were those back in the prison, what I had, were those were my parents, but I don't remember what they look like, and they gave me this. Was that real? It felt... I couldn't speak, but I could move, and I could hear, and I could see. But I think my parents, they abandoned me because I was human. I was supposed to be a hybrid. It's just... this locket isn't helpful at all. Then there's sugar. I know I shouldn't, but I feel bad for sugar, and I also, part of me wants to make sure that sugar is okay, especially since I was gone for 6 months. I feel like I should check in on people who maybe hasn't been friends with Ash, or who maybe Ash have aggravated in the past, and the only people that would be are Sugar and Day. I completely forgot about Day. Day has one of the most flammable kingdoms in the entire place. If Ash was angry... we gotta go check on Day. I don't know if Day would want to speak to me. I don't even know if Day knows we're alive, if I'm alive, but... what's that? For Ash? I know I'm the last person you want to hear anything from, or hear this from. I hope for your sake that you're reading this. Lucid is gone? He wrote to me, but he is gone. He left everything so vague. I'm not sure if he's missing or if he's dead. I'm doing everything I can to try and find him. Hell, I'm not even sure if you care that he's gone. But he managed to write a will. In other words, I'm moving Randy and Hubby to Lucinda to properly care for them. I give you my word. There's 50 pages? You were right. Sugar took Randy and Tubby... come here. Lucid is gone. Oh, Ash. I don't know if Ash has seen that yet. Sugar took Randy and Tubby? That is like... that was what I can imagine was one of the things that was holding them down while we were gone. They had something to care for, to fight for. And now that's gone. And Lucid just went missing. This is... I have a feeling that wasn't meant for me, but I'll pretend I didn't see that for now. And because I feel like if I did see it, then Ash wouldn't be the happiest of campers. They fucking took Randy and Tubby. So much happened while we were gone. I have to figure out what conversation Ash had with Sugar as well, because there's definitely more to what I was told, but I don't want to push it with Ash, especially after just finding out that the two best friends that they had were killed and then all of a sudden brought back to life. But for now, I'm gonna go check on Day at least, since they're on, and hopefully they're alright. Hello? Anyone home? Hello? They might not even be here. This is nice. Thank God nothing's destroyed. Is there anyone inside? Is there... Oh. Hello? Day? Hi?
Hello? Hello?
Hi. I'm not here to cause any harm. Ash is not here. I actually don't know if you remember me. I'm Leah, second in command of the Ursan Empire.
Arson Empire. I'm aware.
Yes. I take off my armor, but, recent events have made me inclined.
Why would you care?
Losing your closest and only friends for 6 months make some people insane, and knowing Ash's anger, I wanted to make sure that the people who may have been on Ash's bad side were okay, and that if anything went wrong, I would come and try to make amends or pay the price and just try and fix any mistakes or wrongs that were made by Ash, at the very least for the Arson Empire's sake.
Would you like to sit down?
Sure.
Right. Sorry, let me just... Got a few books I need to clear away.
You're good.
I have some spare tea in the pot. Do you drink tea?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Alright.
Oh.
Now, you seem reasonable, so you understand why I'm a little bit skeptical about the fact that someone whose boss I've not been very secret about disliking.
Yeah, I knew that coming in here. I had a feeling, really, actually I was expecting to be thrown out as soon as I entered the door, but even if I was to get thrown out, I just wanted to make sure that everything was alright. I mean, I get it, your kingdom is entirely flammable and you made an enemy with Ash, specifically. So I would 100% understand everything, and I get that me having armor on doesn't really help this situation or my cause for being here. I just can't bring myself to take it off for a while, probably.
You don't need to explain yourself on that regard.
Do you know if anyone else knows if we're alive? Do they think we're dead?
Have you told Ash?
Ash was the first person we came to see. We escaped recently, like a few days ago. You're the first other person that I've seen, at least.
To be frank, I think there's friendlier choices you could have made. I don't think anybody else knows for certain.
That's what Iveen and I assumed. We heard that there were graves built for us, which is kind of surreal if you think about it. It's also really weird.
I left some flowers there.
Oh. Well, I don't know whether to say thank you or how one responds in a situation like this.
To answer your first question, no. Ash has not stopped by or threatened me.
Okay. That's good.
What was that in your head?
This?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Again, it's completely your choice whether you answer me.
It's fine, because it's a book. Also, it's don't tell anyone this. The only other person who knows is Iveen, and they're the only person that should know, because if Ash finds out, I don't know what would happen. It's a book from Sugar, and they want to call him the favor that I've owed them since day one of the server. It's a book that, they left me when they came to visit me twice in prison when they could have they came to apologize, but refused to let us out.
It was a complicated situation from what I hear.
Is it bad to... Because I can't ask this to Ash, but is it bad to feel bad? Not pity, but just, I guess, empathize with someone who has hurt not only you, but your friends in more ways than one.
Empathy is not a bad thing. No, it's not bad to feel empathy for somebody who has hurt you. The problem comes when you let that empathy consume you.
Just part of me began to realize that there could have been more to what met the eye. In this whole thing where, before we escaped, Sugar gave us a chest full of items. Strength pots, gapples, ender pearls, everything we could have needed to, potion-wise, to escape, which we used to our advantage. Part of me still doesn't like them, but the other part of me sees more to the story now, and I can't really ask Ash this because they are not on good terms. I know that Ash went to visit Sugar, but that's all that I was told, so now I have to go check up with Sugar when I can bring myself to do it, because I want to make sure that Sugar is, I guess, okay. I don't know, feelings are weird. I'm kind of dumping this all on you. I'm sorry.
It's alright. You've been through a lot. It's really natural you want to talk about it. You know about the visit from Ash to Sugar.
Yeah, all I was told was that Ash went to visit Sugar about finding our location. That's all that I'm aware that happened. Was there more?
Ash lost a life. Please don't hurt Sugar.
Oh, that's just fucking great. Oh, that's just what I needed to hear. It's just what I needed to hear.
Sorry.
Fucking hell. How is killing somebody an accident? How does that even happen? What the fuck happened?
A fight and very complicated outside matters.
Well, I guess that empathy is really no more.
This really wasn't what you needed to hear, was it?
No, but I'm glad I did. Because I don't think I would have heard it from anybody else.
And if I ask you not to hurt Sugar in retaliation?
I wouldn't. I'm angry, yes. Very, very, incredibly pissed off. I can't bring myself to hurt people. I know Ash is struggling a lot. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that does not justify any of their past behaviors. If I'm being honest, I really don't think that is Ash. There was an odd change in Ash's demeanor as soon as they stepped foot on the throne. And
I recall they threatened a very important religious artifact.
And that's not Ash. I've known them for long enough to know that is not them, and even when it's just us, that's not them. It's whenever they get around other people that they become hostile and protective, I guess. That's not
terrifying.
them. Yeah.
The word you're looking for is terrifying.
Yeah.
Things would probably be a lot easier if you were in charge, to be honest.
Just even that, it's weird to think about being in charge of something so big.
Can be very daunting.
And I know to everyone else, and to probably you who's hearing this, it's probably like, why should I care? Ash has done a lot of bad stuff to us. And I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking that, because Ash has, but no one deserved to go through losing everyone they have, because that is just terrible, especially if your biggest fear is being alone. They were alone with only themselves for 6 months. That would be one of my worst fears, is to watch the people I love the most vanish right in front of me, and I could do nothing about it.
Sugar and Ash are more alike than they think it would seem. For what it's worth, take it from somebody completely terrified of your kingdom. You're not nothing. I am worried you're losing yourself too much in your empathy. It's incredible that you can be so kind and so worried about other people when you just went through 6 months of hell. Have you slept at all?
Once last night. Even then, it was rough. We didn't really sleep or eat much in prison either.
I can make you some sleeping drafts.
It's okay. I don't want to burden you with anything. It's fine.
It's not a burden. You're not a burden for needing help.
I would like that very much. Thank you.
Do you want to come with me while I make them?
Sure.
Alright. I think I can trust you inside the house. I'm probably going to go for a similar recipe that we use for curing zombie villages. The weakness makes people relaxed and can help you stay asleep when, well...
Yeah.
Alright, I can make one for you and one for Ivy, just to try out?
Sure, thank you.
Of course. hardly my mother, but I think I can remember how to brew this. Silly. Do you know what goes into a weakness potion?
I'd say yes, but I also have a really bad memory, so no.
Fair enough.
That's why I have a book. Kind of like a journal, I guess, where I write everything down. We love having a really bad memory.
Yeah. My caretaker also, keeps the diary as well. Alright, so sounds disgusting, but potion of weakness contains fermented spider eye.
Okay.
It's dangerous when eaten not in a potion, but in a potion it's harmless.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Here we go. And I think these are yours as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Addison. Oh, I have my... You can take your armor. I have my armor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I think that was everything you gave me.
I think so, yeah. It was.
Alright. Is there anything else I could do for you?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Alright. Are you going to be able to get back okay? Do you need somewhere to stay for the night?
I think I'll be able to get back. Ash won't be on for a while, so they said they had a lot of thinking to do, which, I wouldn't blame them.
Promise me you'll look after yourself as well. I know we're not really... We're not very close. This is the first proper conversation we've really had.
Yeah. But...
I think I would like you to be okay.
Thank you, and if anything happens to you, I'm not one for violence, but I do know how to fight. If being trapped in prison brought back a few, whether they were pleasant or not pleasant, childhood memories of mine, and I did learn that I'm pretty damn good with a sword, so if you're ever in need of anything, you can always contact me. Just anytime we speak, can you not let Ash know that I came to you?
Oh.
Thanks, because it wouldn't really put me at risk, more so it would probably, me being here puts you at more risk than me being here myself, but...
You have a lot of dangerous friends, it would seem.
It's just, I wouldn't say dangerous, I would just say really mentally messed up at the moment. But for me, when I died, I was just in a place, and I was there for a few days or something, but when I came back, it was only a few seconds, but dying and coming back does something to her. It did something to me the first time when I was killed at the ball, and then the second time just... Whew.
The second time?
Oh. I failed to mention how we escaped, didn't I?
Oh.
We learned that because Sugar was the one who built it, we knew that Sugar has a way with circuit boards and alarms. So if we tried to escape normally by breaking the door down, which in hindsight, we could have, but by doing that, it would have set off an alarm, and Dandy and Cog would have been there at the blink of an eye, and Dandy had just got done, casually waterboarding Ivy for information from me, so,
Breathe.
So what we did was Sugar had left us potions, and one of the potions was a strength 2. So what we did was Ivy drank the potion, and I was beaten to death in hopes that if I broke a bed beforehand, I would respawn outside of the prison walls, and then I knew that, because Dandy said that the prison was close to Bumble's Ocean Kingdom. So I knew logistically that, hey, there must be some sort of nether portal that would take me to where I was being held. So we broke the bed. I broke my bed. Ivy drank the potion, and I was killed yet again. And then I respawned outside, I got my stuff, and I went back to help Ivy out.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it?
No, it's really fucking not.
Hug? You have to go through that.
It's fine. I feel more bad for Ivy because Ivy had to kill her best friend, and that doesn't do well. So I have to try and make it up to Ivy because I feel bad because, over empathy. Even though we both, because it was either that way or the other way around as to where I would kill Ivy, and we didn't know if coming back a second time would work. So hell, I could have still been in limbo, in the wonderful, soft, black nothingness, where the second time there was a door, and every time I would get close to the handle, it would just move back a few inches, and I kept running and running and running after it, but it didn't open. Until eventually I caught up to it, and when it did open, I was back outside at spawn. But
you came back.
Thank you, I'm really fucking glad I did too. Sorry, I'm dumping all of this on you. Probably don't need this.
It's alright. I'm in a fairly stable position. If you need to talk more, I'm here.
Thank you. I may take you up on that offer because I can only talk to Ash about certain things.
Yeah.
One last question. Did you hear about Lucid?
No? What happened to Lucid?
I was leaving the Arson Empire to come to your place early this morning, and there was a book, and it was addressed to Ash by Sugar, but of course, because they had last talked, I was curious, and I opened the book, and turns out Lucid, who I'm not sure if you knew, was Ash's husband, went missing, and he left a will, and now Sugar has taken Tubby and Ramby, their kids, from Ash.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm not sure if Ash knows, but if they find out sooner or later, all hell will be breaking loose. And it won't just affect Sugar, because Ash... Now that I think about it, Ash and I both lost Sugar, who was... not Sugar, God, I'm fucking going senile now. We both lost Cinnamon earlier, and that was a hard one for me specifically. But we both lost Cinnamon, and then Ash lost Iveen and I. They watched us die. They couldn't do anything about it. They were alone for 6 months. They lost their husband, and now they lost their children. In all honesty, not saying that it's right, but Ash, at the moment, I feel in my eyes, has a complete right to be a little bit mad, to be a little bit off. Does that justify hurting people or killing people? No, absolutely not. And I will be there, hopefully, to make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm not really sure what else to say.
I don't know if there is much else to say. Thank you for your kindness, especially considering the place that I come from. And thank you for not kicking me out the second I walk through the gates.
Thank you for not being what I expected.
Yeah. I get that a lot. People,
It's a good thing.
yeah. I ask that you don't. No. I ask that you just give them, or at least just understand that not everything is as it seems. Not that they deserve that after what they put you and Sugar through. But just know that that's not Ash. That is not the Ash that I know. That is the Ash who lost everything and everyone they had, and they couldn't get them back for 6 months.
Alright. Yeah, we can take the shrine shortcut.
This is really beautiful. This is really pretty.
Fun?
I said it's really pretty.
Thank you. It's the most important thing in the world.
Thank you for listening, and the potions and everything, and the information about what happened with Sugar and Ash, because I don't think I would have gotten that anytime soon.
I feel like thank you is a bit inappropriate for me to say, but I've also said sorry quite a lot.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You've done nothing wrong in this situation. There are certain people that, in my opinion, should be apologizing to me, but you're not nowhere near one of them.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you. You too.